Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the channel Throttle Out 250. I'm John, the host and the creator of this YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate it. And if you have any constructive criticism, drop a comment down below. I love to hear what you think. So guys, today we are in my 2018 Ford F-350 as per usual. My Camaro isn't here right now. It's just being worked on. Shop that my buddy owns. So this is the only thing I really have to do my vlog in, other than my girlfriend's 04 GMC 2500, but we're not taking that truck today, so we won't be doing the vlog there. So today's vlog is going to be about what I love, what I absolutely love about my 2018 Ford F-350. This is the Lariat Ultimate Edition.
Of course we keep on going, though everybody know it. The truth about our way, we tied it loose ends up, I'm sorry. Be cool, go on and fake it. We still know we will break it. We make the same mistakes we always made, and now let's face it.
So the only options it doesn't have is the auto running boards and massaging seats. I think that's everything. It's not missing anything else. I do have a few complaints about this truck. My last truck was a 2016 F-250, which I loved. There wasn't much I didn't like about that truck, but because I've had them both, I do tend to compare them a lot. But we're not going to be doing a comparative video today. Today we are going to be talking about what I love about this truck, and I've got some notes here jotted down because it's easier. So the first thing that I want to mention, this truck is a long bed crew cab, and it is a dually, so it has dual rear wheels. You guys all know what a dually is. The first thing I absolutely love about this truck is the stability when I am hauling. I haul my fifth wheel for work, and I tend to haul my toys and shit around with this truck. So I mean, I used to haul my dirt bike, but then I sold it. I do haul my 78 Camaro. I will be hauling my 42 International and my 87 Chevy C10. That's going to be street projects. I haven't really touched much on those projects yet, just because I haven't done much with them other than the Camaro. The Camaro is the one that is closest to being done, so that's the one that I'm putting money into to try and finish it off. And the other two are yet to have started. So there's that. But anyhow, one thing I do love about the dually, whether I'm hauling or I'm towing or I'm driving empty, highway, town, doesn't matter, it is extremely stable. I start taking it through some of the S-bends and the curves and the switchbacks here in British Columbia, as we are famous for our very windy roads and our treacherous mountain passes. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I saw somebody in my side mirror here. Just the neighbors walking by. But that's one huge thing I love about this truck, is the stability. Now, every dually will give you that stability, but it's a feature of this truck, so I wanted to mention how much I love how stable it is. You know, I can take the corners at 110, 115, and there's no body roll. I don't feel like the SN's going to kick out at me. It's very stable. You feel very, very close to the ground. And I don't mean like height-wise. I mean, you're just very stable on the ground. You have, I know I'm saying stability and stable a lot. Oh my god, it's getting monotonous. You're going to click off of this pretty soon. But that's one thing I really do love. It's got a very strong road presence. You take up a lot of your lane, and you're very, very stuck to the ground. I don't want to say stable again, ever again.
Perfect.
Another thing I absolutely love about this truck, but I don't like paying for, is the fuel capacity. Now, this has a 183 liter tank, and I'm not sure what that is in gallons. Let's just go ahead. 183 liters to gallons.
183 liters is 48.34 gallons.
So it's a 48 gallon tank for you guys down in the tank. So it's a 48 gallon tank for you guys down in the States. I love the fuel capacity. I can go upwards of 1,400 kilometers to a tank if I'm not hauling. So if I don't have my trailer, nothing in the bed, the most I've seen is about 1,400 kilometers out of a tank. It's average about 220 Canadian to fill. So let's see, $220 Canadian to American. Let's try that again. $220 Canadian to American.
220.
So I pay $166 American to fill the tank. That's usually from just above empty. I try not to let it get below a quarter tank. So I mean, there's that. The fuel capacity is awesome. I can go about 1,400 kilometers, which is 1,400 kilometers to miles.
1,000.
So that's about 900 miles to a tank, which is phenomenal, as you guys would know, especially through the mountain passes and all that. Really love the fuel capacity. I love to be able to not have to stop in every other town to fill up, because honestly, that is very annoying. And that is a feature that you get on a long bed pickup, not just the dually. As long as it's a long bed Ford pickup, you get a 183 liter tank, which is phenomenal. I've never dreamed of having a tank that large, other than on some of my work trucks, which are semis and shit. So thing that I love about these new trucks is how refined they are. The interior, the leather, the eye for detail, the white stitching, the touch screen, the way the center console flows. I love it. I love how refined these new trucks are. That, though, is one thing that I hate, is with my phone being paired, I get a text message, and even though my phone is on silent, it rings on there. That is honestly one of my biggest pet peeves about this fucking truck. Another thing that I absolutely love about this truck is so I was talking about how refined it is. The steering wheel controls are very nice. They're all, I mean, your hands are here, and it's very easy to access everything on the steering wheel. The leather seats in here are very comfortable. I really am starting to enjoy them now that they're getting broken in a little bit more. They're getting more comfortable. They weren't nearly as comfortable when I first got it. Another thing I really do enjoy is the payload capacity and the tow ratings. This one has a GVWR, I believe. I'm just going off by memory, and it's mooring. I believe it's 14,500 pounds is the GVWR, the gross vehicle weight rating. So how much the truck is allowed to weigh is 14,500. So this would essentially be a tow boss. Now, the 2016 through 2011 had the tow boss F-350 with the F-450 wide front track and the fenders and all that, but with 17-inch wheels versus the 19.5s. So this is the equivalent of what would be the tow boss before. It has the the bigger leaf spring packs and the overload springs in the back. And as soon as you put weight in the bed of the truck, I drive around with 1,100 pounds in the bed on a regular basis to make it smooth, and also for traction in the wintertime. That'll be another video on why I do that and explaining it. But one thing I do really enjoy is the payload. I always buy more trucks than I need, and this is definitely a little bit more than I need. I would have been fine with a single wheel truck, but I like the stability that this truck has, even though I wish I never had to say that word again. This truck is extremely smooth because it's a long bed and a dually. Oh, it is so smooth compared to a crew cab short bed or an extended cab short bed. This truck is extremely smooth. You feel the bumps, but it's not like a complete lumber wagon. It's a little more, it's like a lumber wagon with some Bilstein shocks is what it feels like. It's a lot, and I know that's not smooth to a lot of you guys, but going from a single wheel crew cab short bed to a crew cab long bed dual wheel, this truck is like a fucking Cadillac. It is so smooth. However, the factory Rancho shocks are starting to show their age a little bit now that I've put some miles and some time on this truck, but it is still extremely smooth, and I really do enjoy that. Extremely quiet. You don't hear, I mean, now that my windshield is cracked, I do hear some more wind noise, but without a cracked windshield, this truck is extremely quiet. And then if I go ahead and I shut my sunroof here, that makes it even more quiet heading down the highway. Also in the wintertime, I do like to have that closed just because it lets in a little bit of cool air. Tire noise, you hardly hear the tires, you hardly hear the engine. I can barely hear the turbo, and this truck is deleted. I can hear the turbo real good if I roll down the windows, but roll the windows up, I can hardly hear anything outside, which is awesome. All I need to do to hear nothing is turn up the radio just a little bit, and it's dead silent in here. I can't hear anything from the outside world, which is good, but it could be dangerous. I mean, if you're on a train track crossing, but man, who just sits on train track crossings? That's just stupid. With this being a long bed, I really enjoy that versus the short bed. I have a lot more room to put tools. I can put my toolbox in the bed of the truck now and still have the rest of the bed, still be able to haul my fifth wheel, still be able to just keep the fifth wheel hitch in. The long bed I really enjoy having a long bed truck. This is my first long bed, and honestly, I will not go back to owning another short bed. I have to have at least a long bed if I own a short bed. I can't just have a short bed. There's no way I can do it. And with it being a long bed, and this truck is deleted with, it's straight piped, right? So with that being said, because it's a long bed, it pushes the exhaust tips way farther back, and I can hardly hear it. Like, I'm sitting in the truck and I can barely hear the exhaust. I mean, I can hear it, it's there, but it's not droning and annoying in the back of your head. If I roll down the window, I can hear it, it sounds good, but it's not in your face and obnoxious and loud in the truck, which I really do enjoy, especially for those longer 10 to 15 hour hauls. Ford has done some pretty cool things with these 2018s, is the ambient lighting in the door jambs on both sides where the door handles are, underneath the seats, underneath the dash and the cup holders. I really do enjoy that. I never thought I'd be into that sort of thing, the lighting in the cab, the ambient lighting, but I really do find it handy, especially driving around 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got my drink in my hand, my coffee, whatever, usually Tim Hortons, and I don't have to look away from the road. And I know what you might be thinking, and I know what you might be thinking is, we'll just put it in the cup holder, don't look away. Well, yeah, but the amount of times where I've actually spilled because I just go to put it in the cup holder and I just miss it by a little bit is actually kind of astronomical how much I've actually missed my cup holders. But with the ambient lighting in there, it's no guesswork. I see it in my peripherals, especially when it's extremely dark in the cab of the truck. I have all the lighting turned down, like my dash and everything, to make it easier to see the road. It's just right in my peripherals. I see where the ambient lighting is in the cup holder, and it's just right in. I don't spill anymore. I know that's a crazy thing to be excited about, but I really do enjoy that. I don't really care for the ones in the doors or underneath there. I mean, that does nothing for me, but having the ones in the cup holders, that is a good feature. I like that a lot. This is going to be another one of those, really, this is what you like? But it's the heated and cooled seats. I love the heated and cooled seats. I have heated in the front, heated in the back, and the front are cooled. The back aren't cooled, but the front are cooled seats. So, I mean, that makes long, hot days very comfortable. And that's all I got to say about that.
Shrimp sandwich. That's about it.
I really enjoy all the other power features as well. The power steering wheel, the power seats, both are power seats. The power mirrors, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that in the peripherals of the camera, but the power mirrors, just the little things, the little creature comforts, because my last truck was an XLT, and I've always had loaded vehicles before, but I went down to an XLT, and I loved it. There wasn't anything I hated about it, but then getting back into another loaded vehicle, it just, all these simple little things really do make a world of difference, especially like, I can extend my mirrors telescopically, power with electrically, power with power. It's power, yeah. But that's one thing I really do enjoy, not having to walk around the truck, pull out the mirrors. It's really lazy of me, but these are some of the things that I really like, that I missed when I stepped down from a fully loaded Dodge. The power that this truck has is unmatchable. It is amazing. It's got great low end torque, great top end. The turbo lights and cleans up very fast. I mean, I'll puff black smoke for a quarter second, it cleans up and I'm gone. The turbo's lit and I'm at 34 psi, like that. This truck has the power, the delivery, the transmission. I love it. It is so smooth, it is so quiet. It's just such a good ride. It's got such good power, such good feel to it. I love it. Not saying that the Duramax or the Cummins is lesser, but I do prefer the way the Fords feel. The stereo in this truck, I know a lot of guys are really excited about the B&O stereo system in the 2019s. This has the Sony system, which I am in love with. I love it. There's tweeters, there's that speaker up there, there's door speakers, there's speakers everywhere, there's a sub. This truck really and truly does sound very good. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some copyrighted content right about now. I know this isn't going to sound great compared to like going through the camera speaker. It's not going to sound good. Never does.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of...
So this stereo in this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Turn it up a bit and I hear no outside world. It's awesome. That's one thing I really do enjoy. The B&O is very good. I have heard numerous complaints about people's stereos blowing right away with the B&O system. My mother-in-law has a B&O in her 2018 Expedition. My buddy has the B&O in his 2018 Platinum F-150, and it sounds crisp. It sounds great to me, but I know there's a lot of guys in the Super Duties having issues with them. So I definitely do really enjoy the Sony stereo in this truck. It's really nice. I really like the integration of CarPlay, because then once I jailbreak my phone, I can put EasyLink up on my dash. That's going to be really handy. I like that a lot. The CarPlay is really cool. I really like it. I do have it disabled just because it's a bit of a distraction for me, so I don't personally use it, but I do really enjoy the integration of that into these trucks. The technology that's been added into these vehicles, I have lane assist, and what's that other one? It's the cruise control one. It's a fancy cruise control where you barely have to drive. Fancy one where you don't gotta drive. It's adaptive cruise, which is really nice. I can have my cruise set, let's say I'm going 65 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour. Somebody up ahead of me is doing 10 miles an hour slower. My truck will slow down and keep a good pace on its own. Also, it's got that accident thing that if somebody drives out in front of me, my truck will slam on the brakes itself. That's really handy. I don't have it turned on because it's winter time and chances are it won't work anyways with the sensors being covered in dirt and snow and other shit. But that's a feature that I really do enjoy for the summertime. I don't use that kind of stuff while I'm hauling my trailer just because I don't feel comfortable with it hauling my trailer. I don't feel like the technology's come far enough yet, but that is some features that I really do enjoy. Lane assist, I don't use the lane assist, but I've tried it once or twice and it just rumbles the truck if you're out of your lane, and if you're really out of your lane it'll pull it back, but it's not something you can use on like a super long-term thing. You can't just let go of the steering wheel for like 15 minutes or anything like that, but it is a cool feature to have. The auto high beams are really nice, except in the winter time, because in the summertime they're great, they work flawlessly, but in the winter time with the LED headlights, it'll pop on your high beams in a snowstorm and you're blinded because, I mean, the snow is right there and it just looks like warp speed in Star Wars. It's terrible in the wintertime, but in the summer I love it. That as well goes for the automatic windshield wipers. I love them in the summertime when it's raining, stuff like that, but in the wintertime there's grime all over the windshield. It stays dirty all the time, so that means the wiper would stay on all the time, so I just don't use that in the wintertime. But they are great features for the summer. Really enjoy the inverter in the truck. I can plug in my laptop, I can plug in my tools that I need to charge. The inverter is a very good thing to have in these trucks. I know they've had them for a long time. My last one didn't have it, but this one does, and that is a feature that I absolutely love. As well as these trucks have something called a supplemental heater, so if you fire it up in the wintertime when it's cold, or even in the summertime, it has this little heating element for the coolant that preheats it before it gets to the heater core. That way your AC and your heat will work a lot faster. It's almost instantaneous how fast the heat works in this truck, and the AC. Another thing I loved about this truck is the looks, the styling, the sex appeal. I love that big fat ass back there, that super booty. I love the super booty, the big fat ass. I can't wait to get some wide wheels and tires on here, make it look real nice, and still get a job done at the end of the day. The LED lighting, the surround lighting of the truck, like the perimeter lighting, I should say, when I want to use grown-up words. The perimeter lighting is great on this truck, lights up everything. The LED headlights, the taillights, everything just ties in so nicely on this truck. Those are things that I really do appreciate. Those are some of the things I really do appreciate about Ford's design team, is how they gave this truck pure sex appeal. Anyways, guys, that is it for this upload. That's everything I love about this truck, and I love almost everything about this truck. And one of the things I love the most is throttling out. Anytime I'm in doubt, I just throttle out, and it always steers me the right direction. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, hit that little bell icon. Tell me what you think. If you like it, great. If not, don't. Actually, if you don't like it, tell me too. Don't be a dickhead about it, but let me know. Hey, man, you need to do this. All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. That's enough rambling for me for today. Remember, when in doubt, throttle out, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care and have a great day.